In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
I heard you had some words. I heard. Get everybody out here. Where the sister-in-law? Where grandma? Where the mother? What's that? What's that? Where's the cousins, the aunties, whoever was in? What's up? What's up?
Oh!
What's up? I was backed in a corner. They said one thing about it: if somebody trying to jump you, get in that corner.
Beat her ass.
They said windmill. They said windmill to help. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, grandma. Yeah, grandma. I'll push grandma. I'll push grandma out her wheelchair. Stop playing with me.
Oh!
Stop playing. Stop playing. One thing about it, boy, he gonna have to pay for another couch. That's all I'm thinking about.
Myself, is this shit real? I contemplate about how I feel.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl Makila, aka Cube, and y'all, for this video, this is something so freaking exciting. The other day I was like, I want to come up with like a new segment on my channel, Riddicks with Q. So y'all read that title. I might do this like every 2 weeks on Wednesday. I really want to read these stories. I heard Riddick is full of craziness, y'all, and I haven't found any stories yet, and I'm gonna find them on here. The first story I was thinking about, like, I want to do like a crazy mother-in-law story, so I'm looking on here and I'm trying to find like a crazy mother-in-law story, and we're gonna react to this, y'all. I'm excited. Those people be crazy. Make sure y'all click that subscribe and hit that notification bell. Alright, y'all, so I found the story that sounds very interesting, and it's called "Am I the A-hole for making all the women in my family leave after they all showed up to my wedding wearing white?" No, like, what? They gotta go. They got to go. It's a long story, so bear with me. I have a large family, mostly aunts and female cousins, aside from mom, stepmom, stepsister, and grandmother. I don't know how to say, but all the women I mentioned above are into teasing and joking. How old are they? They have formed a unit, which I admit is kind of toxic. Kinda. When we talk about teasing and joking, it sounds like real toxicity. They tease and roast every new woman that enters the family by marriage by setting up tests to see if they deserve to be a part of the family. Sir, they must want to marry you. They very insecure. Very bitter, or roast their looks and styles to the point of breaking confidence and self-esteem down. One thing about me, baby, I'm going to roast. I come from a family that roast, so you get on me, I'm getting 10 times harder on you. Do not play. I will make you cry. Then, after a few months of teasing, they've announced that they have finally welcomed them into the family. I don't even want to be a part of the family no more. Bye. The newest member would join in on a teasing too, which is crazy, as my dad says. First of all, if I'm joining somebody's family that's like that, and I really love this man and he really taking up for me and stuff, and I'm gonna get into this family, one thing about it, when I get into this family, I'm not teasing the next. That's ghetto. That gives me a little kid vibe. That gives me low self-esteem. That gives me bitter. Like, what are you bitter for? That gives me, you want to marry your son, you want to marry your step brother, you want to marry your grandchild. Like, that just gives me super bitterness. Like, what's going on? Like, one thing about it, when I first introduced my then girlfriend, now wife, period wife, I made it clear that I didn't want any of this woman in a unit to come at her or harass her, not even a single word. You better tell them. You better stick up for your baby, period. I wonder how many women he went through that just like was like, we're not doing this. They went behind my back and roasted her looks and job, and I discovered that they've been doing it on Facebook. I had them apologize one by one. Yup. Stand up in this line and apologize to my woman. After they gave the, we're just testing the waters. Testing the waters for what? Like, what is the purpose? To see if she's capable to be a part of the family. Wait, like, what does that have to do? Please. They didn't want to apologize, but once I said I wouldn't invite any other unit unless they apologized, including my mother. Everyone immediately apologized. Yeah, because you're not going to my wedding and brought gifts for my wife. Don't fall for it. First of them was my stepmom and my sister-in-law. First of all, you a mama. Ugh. You're too bitter for me. My wedding was 2 weeks ago. There was talk about the women in my family wanted to pull a prank on my wife by wearing white and called it the ultimate test to see how my wife react. My brother warned me, so I announced that if any one of them showed up in white, I'll have them kicked out, including my mom. Then said this wasn't true. Boy, why you fall for that? And they'll never do such a thing. But then they showed up to the wedding one by one wearing white dresses. Oh, who got on white after he just told y'all? Who? Girl, don't play with me. Don't. Oh, we gonna get this lit up. Stop playing. Hold on. Just give me a second. Oh, this lighter ain't working? What you trying to do? Girl, I will blow your dress up. Do not play with me. Especially because you trying to be yup. Yeah, the Lord was on my side. Where we at? Each and every one of them was told to leave. After they tried giving an excuse by either making a scene or getting the men involved, the senior woman of the unit, who is my mom and aunts, also showed up in white but refused to leave. I don't care. Security. I threatened to take harsher action and my mom was pissed, telling me to set aside, but I didn't let her in. Period, man. You better take her for your woman. I had her leave while the men in the family were watching stunned. Dad was on my side as he should. First of all, he needs to leave that woman. Like, why are you still with her? And she acting like this. Like, grow some balls. Like, the daddy needs to do something too. Like, the husband carrying everybody on his back. Like, come on. Where's the other men in the family? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not gonna do anything? They probably just pick men so they can walk all over them. That's the type of men they probably pick. So I felt absolutely awful because my wedding was being interrupted by them making a scene literally on his wedding day. My wife was beyond hurt, beyond measures. The women in the family were pissed. My cousin blasted me on social media, later saying I excluded all the women from the wedding because, okay, first of all, let's go back because I'm sorry, at the beginning, hold on, I heard you had some words. I heard you wearing white to my wedding. I heard, get everybody out here. Where the sister-in-law? Where grandma? Where the mother? What's that? Where's the cousins, the aunties, whoever was in? What's up?
Oh!
What's up? I'll be backed in a corner. They said one thing about it, if somebody trying to jump you, get in that corner.
Beat her ass.
They said windmill. To help. Yeah, grandma. I'll push grandma out her wheelchair. Stop playing with me.
Oh!
Yeah. Stop playing. They'll be knocked out till the wedding. Till after the wedding, they'll be knocked out. Please. I'm out of breath. Don't play with me. Like, do not play with me. My wife was hurt behind measures. I would be too. But the women in the family were pissed. So, my cousin blasted me on social media saying I excluded all the women from the wedding because my wife was so insecure. No, y'all, the insecure ones. She couldn't handle another woman's presence at her wedding. First of all, it has nothing to do with that. If the husband said he didn't want to have white at the wedding, him and his wife already established that, it has nothing to do with insecurities. Like, ooh. I had an argument with them, and boy, I would be come here, cousin. What's that? And mom be-ratted me saying it was supposed to be a prank. What kind of prank is that? But I said they were taking it too far. Yes. Mom said I took it too far by kicking them out because they were trying to get the reaction from my wife to see if she was one of those bridezillas. It's already the wedding day. They already at the, like, they already about to kiss. They already about to say their vows. Like, what are you talking about? And if she was a bridezilla, that has nothing to do with you. Like, what gives you the right to test somebody? Like, what gives you that right? You really a low life. How? First, let me just say, It's my wedding day. You really came here to ruin my wedding day? The man and the woman? You really came here to ruin my wedding day? Watch. When you renew your vows, I'm ruining your wedding day. And we're going to change soon as the prank was over. But I ruined my own an entire wedding by reacting so aggressively. No, that you didn't. It was already ruined when it came up in there. I stopped talking after she said I had to bring my wife and apologize. No. I haven't seen them in 2 weeks and they've excluded me from everything. Okay? I'm gonna be doing stuff with my wife. Bye. I just wanted to explain that this has been happening for years. The men in my family are split on this behavior. Some of them encourage it, like my uncle because he's a bitch, and my cousin's husband because they are bitches. One is now an ex. Okay, and some are against it, like me, my dad, and my brother. But do the dad and the brother do something about it? He didn't really say that in there, so I can't really, you know. But one thing about it, if the dad, because he's the dad, if he did something about it, it's whatever this is would have been dealt with when it first started happening. The first teasing that come out your mouth from even the first girl that he probably dated, the first girl that he dated and they was doing that teasing stuff, the first word they would have said, daddy would have handled that. I know that much. So the dad ain't doing a lot. But let's not put the blame on him. It's the women. Let me not put the blame on him. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. Let me put the blame right back on the women. The women claim that there's nothing harmful in what they do because they claim they are just looking out for us men. What is that like? And that their goal ultimately is to make sure the women who enter the family are decent. They just trying to make excuses for their behaviors. They just trying to make it sound like it's better. They just trying to make it sound like that what they're doing is acceptable and what they're doing is good. That's all. Like, my dad always end up arguing with my mom and grandmother since they're the ones who started the whole thing with their behavior and attitude towards other women. I would divorce her. And I'm not sure if I should mention this, but my male cousin who's a middle schooler said he'll make sure to leave the country before even meeting. Okay, yo, I'm gone. Baby, we can get married in Mexico. The country, we can get married in Canada. Come on, before we can get married in Jamaica. Stop playing. Be even better. Stop playing. Get married on the island. We can get married in Bali. Like, what else? Before even meeting any women because of it, and it made me chuckle. Also, the dresses they showed up in were simple white dresses, nothing over the top, but still were white dresses that you told them not to wear. I realized they went ahead with their plan even after I stated without doing that case, like they disrespected you. We don't play about that. I'm just happy she has a husband that will support and stick behind her. People do this to her, she just know that that would turn me on. I'd be like, let's get married right now, baby. You like really sticking it up for me, like you really love me, like you would do anything for me. Somebody's like, I would have put my daughter aside and asked her if she was 100% sure about marrying into this family. I told her that it is not too late to back out. Yes, I understand that too, but this girl probably loved her, and it's not his fault that his family acts the way it acts. It sucks because you want to have a good connection with your mother-in-law and cousins and just all his family. Like, you want to have a good relationship and stuff with them. It's not his fault. Like, why do he have to get punished because of his family want to be crazy? Like, why do he have to be single? Why do he not have to be married because his family like have to be crazy? I do get it because it's like when you're in that situation, you're like, are you sure you want to go ahead with this because you're gonna be dealing with this for a long time? But obviously he put his foot down, he kept his word, so I feel like later on down the line it'll be cool. She found a man that's gonna stick beside her. That's one thing about it. Okay, y'all, so that's the first story. Let's get into the second story. All right, y'all, so I found another one, and it seems like this is a long post, so bear with me. And this is a roommates from hell. So it's like my 4 months of absolute hell. Let me begin by telling a little bit of myself. I am a 20-year-old guy. I usually tend to keep to myself. I stay in my room. That's me, and I do my own thing. I don't go out often. The only new things I buy are games, that sort of thing. The last time I bought a more expensive item was when my TV broke and I got a new one. Essentially, I am just a basic person. I am content with the things that I have and don't really feel the need to treat myself to expensive stuff. So it just seemed like he just keeps to himself. He real humble, real nice little guy. I had lived with this guy in a 2-bedroom apartment for a few weeks prior. Let's call him Jeff. We knew each other from high school and he was a chill guy. We both kept to ourselves most of the time. Whenever one of us got home from work, we would greet each other and talk for a bit before heading back to our rooms. About once or twice a month, we do something together. It was a very chill setting with him. We almost never got on each other's bad side. If we did, it would get quickly resolved. Then a third guy came into the picture and wanted a 3-bedroom with us. This is where shit starts hitting the fan. This guy, call him Mike, is someone whom we have been hanging out with since high school as well. Something about all of us made us click as friends. Thing is, the guy is a major douchebag. So much so to the point where it is intolerable. And while I had this foresight before ultimately agreeing on getting a 3rd bedroom with him, I thought I could handle it. Evidently not. That was me. Trust your gut. The first thing that really pissed me off is that we had a big disagreement on furniture. Now recall that I don't need new stuff and that I am content with the stuff I have now. Furthermore, some of the bigger things were actually stuff that I had from the start. The biggest thing being a couch, an ottoman, and a TV stand. Now let me emphasize that all 3 of those things are in fine order. One night, less than a month before we moved into our 3-bedroom, we were all on calls together discussing the apartment. Then Mike chimes in and says, "We're not taking your shitty couch with. We're getting a new one." Okay, then you buy the new one. Because, sir, this is just college. Wait, was this college? Whatever. This is just college. This is just in an apartment. We're gonna probably be here for a year. You buy another one, sir. Since my couch is shitty. He's been over at our 2-bedroom before and did not complain about the couch. I thought he was joking because he's a kind person who makes those kind of jokes. He sounds really bougie. And he had no furniture of his own besides what he has in his bedroom. We told him we would need to buy us a new table because 95% of the stuff in the kitchen, living room, and bathroom was either mine or Jeff's. So why would he pass up on a free couch that I'm supplying and buy a different one? Exactly. Well, 2 weeks later, he ends up buying a $400 living room set, used and ugly. Literally used and ugly is in all caps. Probably gonna say y'all can't sit on it.
You can't sit with us.
And he swears to his fucking grave that his living room set is 1,000 times better than my new couch. No. And so he demands that Jeff and I split it in 3 ways. No. But apparently Jeff is absolutely fine with the new couch. Because Jeff just seemed like he just don't want to get in the mix. Like he just don't want to start a drama, especially when he's living with somebody. Apparently he hated my couch for some time. He's probably just jealous of your couch. Let's be real. Well, I wasn't getting rid of my couch because 1, it works fine. Period. Like all you gotta do is sit on it. 2, I want a couch for when I get my own place and not have to spend hundreds. That's what I was saying. Like just get one right now, and then when you get your own place, get something new, comfortable, whatever you want. So we moved both couches in our 3-bedroom apartment with the intention of keeping my couch in a master bedroom. That didn't work because there was no way to maneuver it into the master bedroom. Instead, it sat in the living room for 3 weeks until both Jeff and Mike hard-heartedly pressured me to get rid of it. You can't pressure me into doing anything because give me my money back then, or they would dump it on the street. And if I didn't do it, and why is Jeff in his tool? Boy, I thought you was... But Jeff, go sit down. And if I didn't do it, they were most likely gonna beat me up. Beat you up? You better get in that corner and start windmilling. Yeah. Beat you up. They also have been absolutely obnoxious with each other's company. They are very loud at night. They get drunk. Oh my gosh, hold on, because I thought Jeff lived with him before. He never act like this. Oh, he trying to show out. They probably like each other. They get drunk and high, leaving as many as 12 beer cans laying all throughout the kitchen and living room. Mike never locks the door whenever he comes home. Ooh. Never. He just walks straight in and lets the door slam. Probably doesn't care that we have the potential of, oh, I don't know, somebody coming in and stealing, breaking shit, or killing you in your sleep. That came from me. So one night, they kept me up until 2 a.m. drinking, loud laughing, and stomping around. They were throwing napkins, towels, and other shit everywhere. I had to get up early that day because we were having a service technician come in. The place was a fucking mess and the door was unlocked. After cleaning up their shit, getting the service done, I confront them about the noise, period. No joke, they said between keeping it down and having fun, we're gonna choose having fun. Absolutely zero respect. You can't have fun without toning your voice down, right? So you have fun at the party. I'm down when you come in the house. I'm asleep. Dang, so he was with Jeff that one time and they had a 2-bedroom apartment and Jeff never acted like that. Jeff was like a settled guy. I thought Jeff was the one. I was just hyping Jeff up. No, I take that back. A week later, we had a sit down talk and lasted 2 hours. All of it were complaints about me. They tell me I'm being a butt heart bitch. No, because I asked politely to keep it down while I sleep. Jeff probably called up Mike like, we got this real chill dude and he not gonna say nothing to us. He literally be in his room so we can take advantage of him. I asked politely to keep it down while I was asleep because I had important errands in the morning. Mike then says he wants to get rid of my TV stand and get a new one. The reason? We have the money to get a new one. You can get another. I don't care how much money I get. You can get a new one because what is the point right now? That said, there's nothing wrong with the one I have already. Also, don't split anything money-wise with people because like who's gonna take it home when you leave? Yeah, y'all, that's gonna be another argument. I never had that, but I'm just saying like obviously that would be another argument because if you split in a couch between 3 ways, one person gonna be like, I'm taking it home, and the next person like, well, I put some money in it too. But no, there was nothing wrong with the one I have already. He also wants a bigger TV. Apparently can enjoy a 47-inch 4K TV. Oh, he is real bougie. He's a little sassy. I told them I was against it because there is no reason to replace it. Following that was a very long drawn out argument about my philosophy on all this because he wants to spend money and I want to save it. He's doing that on purpose. None of the conversations was about the shit he does, which in itself will piss off anybody. There's literally a pile of cardboard and trash on the ground next to our garbage cans because it overflows. Take that out. It's overflowing because Mike hardly ever takes out the trash. Ooh. Back at home, he probably used to everybody and their mama taking out the trash and he don't know how to grow up. Like once every 2 weeks, he insists we get a bigger trash bins because he don't want to take out the trash, so you get a bigger trash bins, which will cause more of a mess because he gonna keep piling, and it's gonna be literally everywhere and it's gonna stink in there because since you get a bigger trash can, then it's gonna be like 4 weeks of trash in there. No sir. He said on top of that he wants to get bigger bins on top of a new TV stand and a new TV. Sir, you gotta go. When he hasn't put a single second of his time into looking at a table he told him to get for the apartment. Like, sir, you worried about the wrong things. Just get a table and call it a day. Like, I wonder what they doing for food. That's what I'm wondering. Like, do they split? No, they gotta pay for their own. But they're guys, and guys don't usually like get groceries for real. They probably just got a couple frozen foods. I wonder if Mike is eating his food. Nah, he definitely be eating out every day. That DoorDash be getting his coins. He also said I should be considerate about buying stuff and decorating an apartment. What? Because you want to spend your money on shit we don't need and I don't? Means I'm the problem here? Fuck you. I didn't find the stuff I have. There is no need to upgrade it. You just want to because you have 2 people to split it with in decorations. Yo, decorations. I told him that I didn't give a shit. You would know what Mike's puts up? And an extremely racist picture. Yeah, this is what decorations are. Not Mike racist. Our parents are going to be so proud of us when they see that in the house. We know we made it big time. Why? He should have told us what the racist picture was. Oh my gosh. I should know. He should have took, I would have took that shit down and I broke that. Stop playing. Fast forward about a month ago, these fucking assholes are playing their music loud again when I'm trying to sleep, so I can wake up at 5 to go to work. I will go into that room. Stop playing with me, cause where's my speaker? Cause I will go into that room, get the speaker, and going out the window. Don't play with me. I told you to keep it down once. I don't need to tell you again. I got work in the morning and I don't play about that. Like, I don't play about my sleep and my food, so don't play with me. So guess what? Luck was on my side that night, because the following day we got an email about a neighbor complaining about the noise most nights up until 3 a.m. Loud music. Yep, because I'm on the phone with 911 to please. Are these neighbors butthurt too, you piece of shit? That actually was what it took for them to have actual sense of dignity, please. Like, I don't understand. He probably back at home. Let me not say that, because I don't know that. Because I don't understand why he acting like this. Did he not get enough attention? Mike is also annoying as F. Not only does he rarely take trash out and doesn't lock the door, but he has a horrible attitude problem. He likes to think that someone else will take care of the problems for him and doesn't act, yep, he's used to that. Doesn't act considerate at all. We once had a maintenance guy come in and announce his presence into the apartment several times. This was about 10 a.m. mind you. Later than like Mike B's to me about the maintenance guy continuously knocking on the door. Like, why don't you go out there and tell him you're effing here? I don't want to do that. What a B. Like, please, Mike, get a grip. Ooh, this story too long. I'm almost done, y'all. So a little bit later, he goes to buy a wagon. You want to know what for? For taking out the trash. Like, you have got to be shitting me. You bought a wagon so you can carry down the trash? That is too much trash to take now, which you effing allowed to overflow because you're too lazy to do what you're assigned to do. And guess what? He still doesn't take the cardboard in for it. You brought a wagon instead of a bar stool for your dumb A to use so you won't injure your little B toe taking down the trash for the first time in 12 days. He going in. Another night he comes home, lets the door slams on his own again, and of course neglects to lock it. This has been irking me for he not gonna get a rude awakening. It's gonna be somebody that come in because the door is unlocked and beat his butt in his sleep, and he gonna be like, oh my god, and then you gonna lock the door next time. He just need a rude awakening, that's all. This has been irking me for a very long time, so I confronted him about it. I have told him to lock the door at least 8 times at this point, but I was in no mood for an argument, so I politely told him, can you please make an effort to lock the door? He goes, can you leave the light on at night because I don't like walking into the dark? No. So my bill can go up because you want to stay out all night? If you want to stay out all night, then you can gladly walk in the dark. Bro, my man, the light switch is literally 3 inches on your right. He said, bro, my man, the light switch is literally 3 inches on the right when you open the front door. Are you that full of yourself that you are completely inconvenienced to stretch your arm 3 inches, or are you stupid? So I just shrugged, said sure, and yeah, I didn't want to argue. Boy, I would ignore him. He going in on Mike, as he should. Oh, let me bring up his attitude again. He has this thing which I swear is probably his catchphrase, that every time he says it, I want to punch him in his mouth. Mike gets bitchy when something doesn't go his way or doesn't get what he wants. Ooh, he a little sassy. So he'll ask you something like, let's get McDonald's. Even though I ate dinner an hour ago, I would literally tell him that I already ate, and he goes, so your point is, effort, I just ate. Like, I just ate. Why would I spend money on food when I just ate not too long ago? He just want to spend money. You paying for me, Mike? Or maybe it's to go see some movie or concert. Hey, want to go see such and such? He probably like you. No, I don't have any interest. So what's your point? Just because you want to do something doesn't mean I need to do it with you, Mike. That pisses me off so damn much. You must have the same amount of brain cells as the amount of girls you slept with, because to respond like each and every time I give you a reason for no. It's wildly obvious 0. Why you going in on his man? Mike just want to spend some time with you. He probably got a little crush. So in early March, our deadline for lease renewal was beginning to come up. It was short-lived lease. He also probably just trying to like show off like he got it or whatever, but nobody really cared. People probably been in the past been like, you broke, da da da, and now that he got money, he's trying to show it off. And he don't know how to act when somebody that he rooming with don't care that he got money. So in early March, our deadline for lease renewal was beginning to come up. It was short-lived lease, only lasting until mid-June because renewing to a full year after all the bull ass they've put me through. I knew my answer was I was leaving, so I told them that, and evidently they were going to kick me out at the end and sign with someone else. They say that my way of life is really stupid. Oh really? Your imbecilic ideas and standards are the golden empire? At least there's one thing we agree on. I wasn't staying for a full year. Thank God we agreed on that. They gonna get mad when that whole house is full to the top of trash. Sometime later we had neighbors that moved to the unit above us. Not sure who they are, but I know it's at least a father and his child, as typically children love running around and making noises. We can hear the kids stomping their feet above us. It doesn't bother me a whole lot, but Mike comes in and is like, this is really annoying. Oh, okay, you're the one complaining now. You don't like loud noises when you want it to be quiet? Oh, you poor soul. Maybe don't be a but her be about it, remember? You called me one because you were having fun being rude, obnoxious, effort, getting drunk at 2 a.m. and look at you now. So now it's April. I came home from a long day of work to see someone who I don't know sitting in the living room. A few seconds later, out comes Mike. Oh yeah, I have some coworkers over here. Okay, well, that would have been nice to know beforehand, dude. See, back before we all moved in, we agreed on a set of rules everyone should follow. Y'all, we almost done. One of them was to notify everyone else if they're bringing guests over, to make everyone aware about having company in our home. Yes, because like, this is my place too. Later that night, when his co-workers left, after eating my food, Jeff and I both agreed to remind Mike about making us aware about bringing guests. First of all, Jeff too scared of Mike because we want to know when there are other people in our apartment. We were telling him that he was just standing there vaping in the twist of events. Jeff also told him to knock off his attitude. Evidently, Mike said to Jeff, "You're a dumb avid y'all know," in a joke kind of a way, which set him off. So Jeff snapped at him and told him to tone it down. People that use that word are just like self, you know. Mike didn't say anything other than yep and See, Mike, see, Jeff, while you was on his side, you really should have been on the roommate. What's the roommate's name? He didn't say his name. Let's just say the maid. You really should have been on the maid, because obviously Mike just switched up on you. And now your feelings probably hurt because you thought that y'all was buddies. No, no, Jeff. But let me bring you back to me in March. One night, Mike tells the both of us about a possible trip we could all take. Apparently, he really wants to go to Comic-Con during the summer and says I should go just because. No way in hell I was going to spend $800 on a trip to California for something I really didn't care about. Yeah, stand your ground. No disrespect to it, but I'm not madly in love with it. Right, period. And I told him, why do Mike want to go with him? I thought Mike hated him. He secretly hated him. But why you keep like inviting him to stuff and saying all this stuff if y'all keep bumping heads like that? Like, Mike, you like him. And I told him that was my reasoning. He goes, your point is, Mike, shh. So he and Jeff bought the tickets. Look at Jeff, follower. And not to mention that Mike had already spent over $1,000 on a concert of his favorite band. Not to mention that he has gone to over 20 concerts this year at the time of writing this as well. This mother effer has spent over $2,000 on a concert alone, and he often complains that his bank account is low. So he not about to pay rent? Hold on. I don't really do. I guess it makes sense for a small brained dumbass like you. Oh, he just cussing up a storm using every word. Remember the one thing he had to buy that he agreed on was that table. But this was what really pissed me off. He bought an arcade machine, $500 arcade cabinet. Why is he just spending all this? This is probably his way of coping. This was 2 weeks before I moved out for good, so I knew that my opinion wasn't going to matter to him. He thinks that he's entitled. So let me give you a list of things this good for nothing piece of ass has bought before buying a table. He's an effing entire slob who has done close to nothing for the apartment. He has not once cleaned the bathroom, even since it has been his turn to do so since March. The shower floor is disgusting, but I don't care anymore. He did not do a dang thing. It honestly sucks that this all unfolded. I thought I would be splitting rent 3 ways on a really nice apartment and live the simple life I have been living for a good while. Instead, I got sucked into the most aggravating and stressful living situation of my entire life, having to deal with a friend who turned out to be a horrible roommate and resorted to living on my own to save my sanity. I now pay $450 more on a single room apartment, not including utilities and other fees, which will cost me $5,400 more than what I split was. But to not have to deal with the bull ass coming home every day, by God almighty, it is worth it. One thing about it, boy, he gonna have to pay for another couch. That's all I'm thinking about. I would have took that couch that Mike said to get, that Mike brought home, and had to split it through us. I'm taking that out of there. When they not home, I ain't taking it. Like, what you told me, put my couch on the lawn. Oh no, you're gonna have to come up on the couch. Alright, y'all, so this is the last story. This is called Stocking Full of SIT. SHIT. Look, I'm laughing. I'm spelling all types of words wrong. Bro, I don't know why this title has me weak. I literally just looked up crazy stories and this was the first one that popped up. So let's get into it. About a year ago, I was in rehab. One day, one of the guys I was close with decided to go outside and ass in a bowl.
What did he say?
One day, one of the guys I was close with decided to go outside. So you went from inside to outside to poop? Oh, I got it. As we gather while we witness pure and genuine art being created. Huh? The way the S plastered out and sprayed was just magnificent.
You nasty motherfucker.
We saw one of the workers, we call him Jumbo, come in, so we all sped away. What? The main culprit grabbing an S in bowl. We all made our way inside and scattered across the house. Me and another kid grabbed the stocking and found the S'er. We handed the stocking over, and faster than I could comprehend, the S was already seeping in the bottom of the stocking. Why would you pick that up? And the fact that they gave it to the culprit that did it. If everybody was standing around and you just gave it to you deserve that. And I'm not picking up no stocking full of no. A different worker from earlier, who we all called Joe, came over and streaked at the smell. So I and the kid I was grabbed the stocking and hung it up on a coat rack by the front door. Y'all just bored. The worker from the beginning of the story, Jimmy, saw it and was befuddled by the roasted ass being insulated in his own heat by the stocking. Bro, Nut is just chilling up there roasting. Ew, that whole place stinks. Bro, that is hilarious. So I said, well, that must be such a SC day. Whoever's stocking it was. Whose stocking was that? Tell me whose stocking was that. Bro, what? Alright guys, thank you for watching the first episode of Riddick Stories with Q. So y'all, make sure y'all subscribe, make sure y'all turn on that bell, because if you really like this series, I am definitely going to be doing more because I enjoyed it. It was hilarious to me. If y'all have any more stories, let me know down below so I can react to them. If you know any more stories, let me know down below so I can react to them. Bye, guys.
But you make it way too hard to think that this could be what